Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be talking about how you can change your life in one day. Now, there are a lot of people out there in the world that are unhappy with their situation and unhappy with their life. And to be honest, I am currently in that stage, or I'm currently passing that stage of, being unhappy with your circumstances and wanting more for yourself. If you're watching this video, you're probably one of those people. And in this video, we'll be talking about how you can defeat that, how you can overcome that feeling. And the first point I want to talk about is you need to develop a sense of disgust. You need to be really disgusted with your life. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, I'm saying this in a positive way. You need to look at your life and understand, okay, I should understand all my circumstances, but how can I overcome this? You need to be unhappy with your circumstances and you need to stop accepting it. You need to know that you're destined for more than what you have. Because to be honest, when you think about it, you only are familiar with what you've experienced in your life. You're not really familiar with the things that you have not experienced. You only know what you have experienced. So this is why I say you need to have that mentality of knowing that you're destined for more, knowing that you have to experience things that you've never experienced before. You should not accept your current life circumstances and you should not feel sorry for yourself. You need to stand up and do something about it, because when you really think about it, no one is coming to save you at the end of the day. If you're young, or if you're a youth, if you're part of the youth, yeah, your parents will help you here and there, but only you can get yourself out of your situation. If you're not happy with your environment, if you're not happy with the people around you, it's only you that can get yourself out of that. And a lot of you guys really need to realize that and understand that. The second point I wanted to talk about is you have to take inventory of your whole life. You need to take note, take a book, write down something. You have to take note of all the things that you have in your life. Like if you go to the gym, say that, okay, I've got a strong body, I've got a trained body. If you're good with academics, know that, okay, I've trained myself to be knowledgeable about a lot of things. The reason I'm saying knowledgeable and not smart is because people that go to school are trained on going to school, right? That's why they know a lot of things, because they go to school to train themselves of learning all these different things about the world. That's why they're knowledgeable. But I think that being smart is a totally separate thing. You should also take note of the people around you, the people that you have in your life. And when I say the people around you, I'm not talking about using people or taking note of the people that you can use, because that's not what this video is about. I'm talking about taking note of the people that you have around you, the people in your close circle, the people that are going to be there to help you when you're struggling, the people that you know deep down really care about you. You should also take inventory of your mindset, your current mental state, how you're feeling currently about yourself and your life, and also take inventory of what you want yourself to be like in the future mentally. And the most important thing about this topic is you really need to be honest with yourself. You cannot be there with your notebook or you cannot be there with your list of things in your inventory and lie to yourself. You really need to be honest with yourself. If you're lying to yourself, listing down things that are not actually there, or adding things that are not on your inventory list, then you are going to be living a life of lies. Think about it. When you don't know where you currently stand and you try to set a goal for yourself, you're not going to achieve that goal. That's like setting a destination on the GPS without setting a starting point. The GPS is not going to know where you stand. So you really need to be honest with yourself. You really need to avoid lying to yourself so that you know where you're currently starting and also you know where you want to be in the future. Another topic I wanted to talk about is to plan your goals. And the thing with goal setting is that you really need to hold yourself accountable. You need to tell someone that is very close in your life. When I say someone, I don't mean tell your parents or tell your friends. I mean, tell one person who is really close in your life and who really holds you accountable. And you know that this person cares about your feelings and your future, because trust me, you will know that this person will hold you accountable if you don't hold yourself up to those goals that you've set for yourself. You also need to set up your life in such a way where you are aware of the things that you are currently doing and not doing. If you are setting goals for yourself and you don't even know what you're going to do throughout the day, you're not going to reach your goals. You really need to set a plan in place for yourself so that you understand, okay, for me to get there, I need to do this, this, and this today, and this, and this tomorrow, so that you get yourself in that position where you can complete your goals very quickly. And you really need to be aware of the things that you are doing. If you're not aware of every single thing that you're doing throughout the day, you'll find yourself wasting time doom scrolling on social media, and you won't be achieving your goals. The reason I said you should tell someone about your goals because of the psychology behind it. So what happens is when you tell someone something, You know that the next time I see this person is going to ask me, how far are you with your goals? This is why you guys really need to tell someone that is close to your life and also someone that cares about you to hold you accountable and tell you, okay, what have you been doing to get closer to your goals? And you will feel bad when you don't achieve those goals. So it kind of pushes you to complete your goals quicker. Another point I wanted to talk about is you really need to commit. When you set goals for yourself, when you set changes to your life, let's say you are someone who smokes, right? And you want to tell yourself, okay, I want to stop smoking, commit to it, set a deadline, set up 3 months, 6 months, set something in place for yourself for you to achieve those goals quickly. Because when you don't commit to something, when you don't set a deadline, you're not going to feel the rush to do it. It's kind of like when you're in school and you have a project that the lecturer set for you that is due on Monday, right? But it's currently a Saturday. You are going to wait for probably Sunday evening to really focus on completing that project, right? That's why setting a deadline is really important because it sets a hard boundary as to when you really need to have this goal in place and this change in your life that is in place. To be honest, when you are making significant changes to your life, don't try to make them instantly because you can do it. Yes, you can do it, but you are not going to be consistent with holding those changes that you've made in your life. So gradually make these changes. Give yourself 3 months, give yourself 6 months to complete these goals so that you can finish them very quickly. Another point I wanted to talk about is to write a letter to yourself. Write a letter to yourself in 6 months and to a year from now. I've been doing this for such a long time where I write mental notes in my diary app or in my notes app to myself. These are very private. No one has read them but me. I write letters to myself to tell myself, okay, in 3 months or in 6 months or in a year, I want to be this far. I want to have this. I want to have this. I want to know what my mental state is like in 6 months. Hopefully, I've achieved something good, like having better finances than what I had when I wrote the letter, things like that. Writing a letter to yourself is a very important thing that you can do because it also holds yourself accountable because you know that when I read this letter 6 months from now and I've not done any of these things, you would have been disappointed with yourself. So that's why writing a letter is very good for yourself. And when you write this letter, place it somewhere that you see every day so that it reminds you that, okay, every time I look here, I know that I need to achieve these goals. Because trust me, if you write a letter of changes that you've made in your life or changes that you want to make, or goals that you want to set for yourself and you leave it on your bathroom mirror and every time you brush your teeth and you see the letter, you're going to want to do those goals. It will be a constant reminder, whether you are happy about it reminding you or not. It will be reminding you every day that you need to achieve your goals and make changes to your life. And the final point I wanted to talk about is mark the day. Mark today or the day that you're starting to change your life. Do not wait for tomorrow or for next week. Mark the day as today. There's a saying that says the best day to change your life is yesterday. That saying is a really powerful saying and it's very true because think about it. Every day that you are not changing your life is a day wasted. So please mark today as the day that you want to change your life and make a difference for yourself. Everything changes now. And trust me, if you've decided to watch this video and click on this video, you've done yourself a favor because most people will not act on making changes to their life. They would delay it. So the fact that you clicked on this video and decided to watch it and watch all the way throughout this video just shows that you're on the right path. Now it's just time for you to execute. You've realized that no one is coming to save you, so congratulations. If you watched all the way through this video, consider subscribing so that you can see more content like this on your page. And as always, from Africa to the world, let's build wealth.